is a good podcast. Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock. This is a good podcast.
Let's talk about how much sleep we got last night. Colt, how much sleep did you get last night?
Okay, I went to bed at like 1:30 in the morning probably. So
Sick.
What does that give me? Like 6 hours? 6 hours?
You woke up at 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
I don't even want to get to you yet, Jake, because I know you got a lot of sleep last night. I got a solid 8, I feel like.
That's very nice.
And I woke up like my body woke me up at 7 a.m.
Oh, not even an alarm.
Not even an alarm.
Wow.
I just woke up 7 a.m. in the morning.
Impressive.
It was sick. And then, of course, Jacob, I know you got a lot of sleep.
2 hours, 45 minutes, if
Wow.
I'm like lucky. And it
And
was
you
not
didn't-
consecutive.
And you didn't even leave this building.
Oh, I left.
Where-
I went to my uncle's house
okay.
and I slept for maybe 20 minutes while I put a podcast on, and then YouTube like paused and then replayed, and it woke me up. And then I was just up all night until like 5 a.m. when I was finally like, you know what? No, I'm not going to let Xander win. I'm not going to be late to the podcast record, so I'm going to go now.
Wait, you drove here at 5 a.m. so you wouldn't sleep through your alarm and miss the show?
Yeah,
What were you doing? Why were you up at 5 a.m.?
being depressed.
Okay.
Aw.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I claimed that my depression might be gone on a previous episode, but I'm not sure.
It's always there.
And
Cole.
yeah, it's an ebb and flow.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the ebb is a little bit more flow that day. That happens.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock,
Welcome.
the premier Austin podcast featuring three.
The only one, some would say.
I can't think of another podcast
I don't
in
think there's
Austin
another one
featuring
in
three
Austin,
white guys
yeah.
just talking to each other.
Usually it's 4.
Yeah, usually it's 4. This
or
is
2 and Jamie.
2 and Jamie, 2 and
Also, other ones have guests.
Yes, that one too. We're never going to have a guest, or we do. I have been making a
down.
list. I think we should. 3
be fun.
people. I'm one of them, Xander Noland. And then we have the Jakeb White to my right, local comedian, tech god. And then to my left, the tech billionaire, Colt Joyce.
Yeah.
I
me and-
forgot
me
you
and Elon
invested
been
in
chilling. Doge.
You guys remember Nyan Cat?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah, I went to the website for it yesterday, and they have a Dogecoin one.
No.
Oh,
A
no.
Dogecoin.
Wait, is Nyan Cat like a crypto thing now?
I don't know, but the old website, like it's got there are a bunch of different filters, like different Pop-Tart flavors for the cat that you can choose.
Oh,
And one
really?
is a Dogecoin one.
Oh, it's not necessarily like is it trying to like sell Dogecoin? Or
Oh, I don't think so.
it's just a
it's just
meme.
like
Just meme.
It's just a meme.
That's interesting.
See,
Speaking of that, kind of on like, okay, here it is.
Here it is.
Oh, I see what you're
That's
saying.
cool.
That definitely, I think, was made by some random weirdo who's like, I love Dogecoin.
Well, it's on the. Yeah, I go to the
R/cryptocurrency.
Yeah, okay. Speaking of
R/Wall Street bets.
weird cryptocurrency, so I'm a big Jeopardy head. I love Jeopardy. Me and my roommates, we watch it every single day.
Are they doing new episodes of Jeopardy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't watched Jeopardy in forever.
Oh, Jeopardy is huge still. Like
Yeah.
it's still big. It just had its like.
Who's the host now?
So that's an interesting question.
It switches off between a woman who was on Big Bang Theory called, I think, Mayim Bialik. Yeah, then it also switches with Ken Jennings. Ken Jennings pops on. So they
He's
switch.
like the old school, like he was really good.
Like
Yeah,
just 74 consecutive.
Yeah.
yeah,
one guy.
he had the longest streak, but not the most money. There's a guy who had half his rounds, but twice as much money
I
as
think
him.
there are a few people who won more money than him, but he was like the first,
like long term.
Yeah.
the first household name contestant from Jeopardy.
Well, cool. Aaron Rodgers used to host every once in a while.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, back whenever they were doing the search for it, he hosted
Yeah.
for like a week.
There was talks about him retiring from the NFL to go do that full time.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been fun. I love Mayim Bialik. She's really good.
Cool.
She's really good. But so last night I was watching the Friday night game, and the current champion is some like Skeletor looking dude who I don't care. He took out my favorite guy, which was this depressed dude named Ryan Long who did not want to be there. He did like he just kept winning. He was on a 16-win streak, and he clearly was just over it and did not want to be there. He was like, I want to go back to my kids.
I've been here for weeks.
Please send me home.
Free me. Someone be better at trivia than me, please.
Then finally Skeletor won, only because Skeletor bets big while Ryan never bet big, which that's gonna happen. Sometimes the big better's gonna win. And he I guess this Skeletor is pretty good at knowing stuff, but fuck this guy, I hate him. He looks like a social, like I'm going real hard on this guy before I even get to the point of this.
Yeah.
fuck Skeletor. He looks like he's processing every like what an emotion should look like before he does the emotion. Okay. So he's like, you won $150,000, and a pause, and then just looks for a second like he's processing. What should someone who won $150,000 look like?
I don't know. I kind of relate to this because growing up, like I was always bad at having good reactions to. He kind of does look like Skeletor.
Yeah, Jakeb just pulled him up. He does look like Skeletor. His name is Eric Ahasik. All right, I'm going hard on this guy. I'm sure he's very nice, but fuck this guy.
He really does look like Skeletor.
He looks like Skeletor.
Your biggest complaint with him was that he looks like he has to process his emotions before he reacts. So
that's what I was saying. I've experienced.
I assume
that.
if we have any fans, they're autistic. So maybe be careful with
maybe
what you're
no,
saying
not
here.
that. It's not necessarily that. It like someone who doesn't feel anything. More of that. Like
I don't know. Like if I get surprised by shit, like I remember a very specific example from my childhood where I got NFL tickets for a birthday, and I had never been to an NFL game before. I was a big Chargers fan. I was super hyped, but I didn't like have like a reaction to it. Like I was just like, oh, this is awesome. Like this was my hyped level.
Right.
My parents were like, do you not want this? I was like, no, I'm actually really excited.
Right.
I just don't have a way to like actually
can't
do what
emote.
you want.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's a child learning reaction.
I see. He's just a weird Skeletor boy.
I got a tangent to go down
Yeah, what's
here.
up,
I
bro?
noticed you said something on Twitter the other day whenever the Chargers did that like anime
that
draft announcement
was so
thing.
cool.
It was so awesome. But I noticed you tweeted
Expand on this? I'm not familiar.
yeah. So I'll pull it up.
It was their
the
season like schedule announcement.
That's right. Yeah, their schedule for the year.
Yeah.
They did their PR team is the best of any NFL team.
Okay.
They always do crazy shit. But this one was like an anime video of a bunch. It was a bunch of deep cut references to anime that were also references to all of the different teams.
Okay.
So like the Titans were a Titan.
Oh,
from
okay.
Attack on Titan,
There were some
stuff like
Urban
that.
Meyer jokes for the Jaguars. I'm
Whoa.
not sure if you're familiar
Yeah,
with
a
the
lot
Urban
of-
Meyer
I don't know any of these
situation.
references, but this seems like they did their research and put a little
It
bit of
was-
love in
A
it.
lot of
banger.
research, and a lot of like big swings too, like some like
Aggressive.
Really, yeah.
Right.
I
You want
noticed-
me to live comment on this while I watch this video?
Only if something really stands out.
Yeah, but the thing I was saying, I noticed you said like 10-year-old you just randomly picking an NFL team.
Well, not random. I followed Darren Sproles, my favorite college player.
Okay, interesting. So
But,
like
yeah.
a very similar thing. I chose the Chargers like randomly
Really?
as my favorite team.
Oh,
when I
hell
was a
yeah,
kid.
dude.
I'd only
Bolt up, dude.
yeah, I'd only been to 3 cities that had NFL teams: Houston, Dallas, and San Diego. And San Diego was my favorite of the 3. So I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
I'll go
I
for
like the Chargers. The Chargers are just fun to root for. They had LaDainian Tomlinson back in the day.
Antonio Gates.
Yeah.
Yeah, Antonio Gates was my man.
Hell yeah. Phillip Rivers
Yeah,
driving down the field, down 7.
Rest in
4
peace.
minutes to go.
Do you think if he ever won a Super Bowl, he'd have less kids?
He does have like 12 kids.
There's the Avatar one. Sorry, I'm still watching this video while you guys are talking sports.
Yes, I think he would have less kids. He'd be fulfilled and he'd put a rubber on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sucks.
So, okay, the
Excitement, Kim Jennings guy.
reason... So, yeah, the reason
Skeletor
I
boy.
talked about
Skeletor,
this,
yeah.
and we started this, I'm pausing this video. This is actually pretty cool.
It's
Yeah.
lit.
I think I like sports now. I don't. I still do not like
When we
football.
live together, we'll watch football. It'll be cool.
Woo! My brother tried to do that too. It never worked. So,
We'll watch a different sport then.
Rugby.
crypto in Jeopardy. So last time watching the latest thing,
Okay.
and the first category of Double Jeopardy is Jep coin. And they put up a thing. And
Oh, yeah, I saw that on their Instagram.
And it was just like one of the most bizarre things I had ever seen, because each one was essentially an advertisement and quick education on crypto and what it is. And I just wanted to throw up.
They're so far behind too.
Yeah.
They're like literally 3 years late.
It was bizarre to start talking about Jep coin, and every single, like, it would cut to the contestant and they would be like, you could tell there was visible confusion. Like they did not know what to do here. So they're
man.
answering the question. They're like, what is bit mining?
So it's just questions about crypto.
Yeah, crypto, and like educating people on crypto, which like I get, but like it was also like clearly like
Right now is such a fucking dangerous time for anybody that's not educated on crypto
Yeah.
or like NFTs or anything online, because you will get so fucked so
Yeah.
quick. Like Fox Business is doing crypto scam ads.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
it's like you have to be plugged in or you're going to get fucked. it's happening every day.
That is, yeah, it was bizarre and very, very kind of not fun to watch because like I like this era of Jeopardy just because I like the current hosts. But I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna make a point. I don't think Alex Trebek would have stood for that. I think Alex Trebek was
right.
a moral. And another thing they do advertisements almost every other game, and one of them is like they'll have a category specifically that's just like a golden cellular, like things about golden cellular.
That sucks.
It does suck. And like they've always had advertisements. They'll show like clips from movies. And kind of like
but they were like outside of the game before, right? No.
Well, they would have like a clip in the movie, and they would kind of advertise it. And that's always kind of been a thing. But this one, like having a whole category dedicated to something is, I'm sorry, this corporate game show kind of sold out.
I just kind of feel like there's also a big difference between promoting a product or a vacation destination or a car and promoting like a crypto like project because. There's no such thing as like a legitimate crypto project. Even big. I'm gonna bore some people with this, but
no, let's do it.
Are you guys familiar with Tether? Do you know what Tether is?
I'm not familiar with Tether.
No.
Okay, so Tether is this cryptocurrency. It's supposed to be pegged to the U.S. dollar. Pegged to the U.S. dollar means it's supposed to keep a consistent value on the market. Makes sense. It's supposed to be 1 Tether equals 1 USD. I don't know if that's the exact conversion, but it's supposed to be a consistent thing. Unfortunately, Tether is just printing random amounts of Tether at any point with no financial backing. There is, I looked this up yesterday. I think it's like over $1 trillion of Tether has been issued, and there's nothing backing it up. It could just all fall away instantly. And that's what people use to like buy and sell crypto. That's the intermediary between USD and like buying Ether or Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever. Tether is like not. It's just not a real currency.
Yeah.
Like, it's just an in-between that people think is a real currency.
So like in theory, if I were to go buy like $100,000 of Bitcoin and I use Tether, in the middle of the transaction, Tether could crash.
Yeah. I mean, this happened to Luna. Like that was the 7th largest cryptocurrency in the world, and it went to 0.
But it seems safe. It seems good because Jeopardy wouldn't have a cryptocurrency if it wasn't stable.
That's like Nissan not existing in a week.
Can you actually look up, was this like some parody thing or was this real?
What?
This Jepcoin thing. Okay. It seems so.
Okay.
They're also
Is it Jebcoin or Jepcoin? Because
Jeop.
Okay, because it sounds like you're saying Jebcoin.
I wish there was a Jepcoin.
Jebcoin.
Please clap.
Please clap.
Please clap. Man, remember when politics was that?
That was when it was bad.
Yeah, but there's worse.
Yeah, the please clap era was. I kind of do miss the please clap era.
We were so innocent.
Yeah, there's less stuff going on.
Oh boy, sorry to just derail this immediately into Bitcoin. I just found it so fascinating last night watching.
The only thing I can find is a post on r/buttcoin that says Jeopardy has hit a new low shilling Jepcoin.
All right, I'm just going to assume it's real until otherwise proven.
It probably is.
Someone commented, bring back the old guy.
That's brutal.
Oh, no. God, I swear to God, Alex Trebek would have never stood for this. He was a man of principles.
I'm trying to think of a time in history when like MLMs were just being promoted on main by mainstream celebrities.
Oh, man.
Like nobody ever did like Mary Kay ads in the Super Bowl, but Crypto.com did, you know?
You know, they used to target cigarette ads at children.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. This is the new cigarettes.
Yes, baby.
I'm trying to think of which one is worse.
I mean, cigarettes just kill you. This makes you poor and kills you.
You want to go into Xander's Angry Corner?
Sure.
Zangry Corner, things that make Zan angry?
The Zangry Corner?
Sure.
Zangief.
So I have a ratio. I want to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
What is the ratio of talk to movie that you are cool with in a friend setting?
This is
where?
Yeah.
Not in a movie theater.
Okay.
This is at your home.
So we got to be even more specific.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a movie. Let's say hypothetical. It's a movie I'm interested in, and none of us have ever seen it before.
Yeah. That's the important part.
So
have you seen it before?
there's two. I want to there's two categories. There's movies that are made to like fuck with.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's movies like that one where everybody is interested in watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And no one else has seen it.
If it's the new Michael Bay film, we're talking during it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That movie, Ambulance. I'm actually a big fan of it. We can go into it.
But like if it's my first time seeing Blade Runner or something, I like
Sure.
something like a classic that I really want to appreciate and enjoy. I think depending on the size of the group, everybody gets like 1 to 2 interjections as a joke or 5 total.
Yeah.
Like whichever you hit first.
Yeah.
You know?
5 total for the group.
For the group, exactly.
Yeah.
Like something like that. Like shut up is my stance.
Yeah.
I prefer going to the movies alone.
Same.
Interesting.
I went to see Doctor Strange with Nick and Tucker, and I bought tickets 3 rows in front of them so I could sit by myself.
I agree with this because
That's
like
so
we're
funny.
not going to be talking to the movie. I don't need to sit next to you.
Yeah.
If you're in the theater, absolutely no talking.
Yeah.
That's my
course.
stance. on that.
1,000%. And like unless of course it's like a Master Pancake thing
Sure.
or a Mr.
Yeah,
Pancake
yeah.
thing
Or there's a fire.
or there's a fire.
No, not even that.
If there's a fire and that fire kind of sucks, you can make fun of the fire. You can roast them. It's like, oh, you suck, fire. And everyone
Yeah.
agrees with you.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Alamo because of that. Just
Same.
there's no like kids screaming or kicking chairs and stuff.
Yeah, they'll kick your ass out.
My issue with Alamo now is that, like, the
Issues with Alamo.
serving thing is just like, it's honestly too noisy for me now. And I go to like
Whoa.
I go to Galaxy in town instead. And I hear less talking and less disturbances.
Sorry,
from
we
people.
have to pause for a sec.
Let's
Jake-
take a moment.
Yeah, Jake is drinking. Hold on, hold that pose.
Take a picture of this. So Jake is currently drinking a Sparkletts big like triple quad like 24-gallon water thing, just straight. We're gonna post that to the tweets, to the tweeter.
Yeah, it's gonna say this guy can't stop drinking. What was the thing you posted last time?
Guy can't get enough
Can't
milk.
get enough milk.
Guy can't get enough water.
I'm thirsty, ladies.
So okay. Thank you, Jake. Okay, so
Yeah.
the reason I ask, I have a like I actually agree with like both of you 100%. I think we're all aligned. We're movie lovers here.
Yeah.
I
I didn't say, but I am kind of obnoxious when I'm watching at home.
Yeah.
Like I do talk during movies at home usually.
I think it depends on the, like Jake said, the movie. Like, are we all genuinely interested in it? And
Yeah.
like, is it supposed to be like a good movie?
I think another big thing is time when you're going to make your interjections.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're going to talk or something, talk between scenes. Like
Yeah.
let a scene end as it's transitioning, maybe make your statement.
Yeah.
But if it's like in the
Don't
middle
talk
of
over
crazy
dialogue.
or
Oh my
like
God, I hate
crazy
that.
dramatic tension where like, you know, maybe it's a silent part of the movie and some
Mm-hmm.
shit's going down and then someone says something and totally kills the moment.
Yeah.
Like nothing pisses me off more
Yeah.
than that.
Someone quotes a vine during like a
Oh
suspense
my
scene.
God, I
that shit.
hate that.
that shit sucks.
So that brings me to Zan's angry corner.
Okay.
I was at my home
As you do.
with my roommates. Who like we get each other's like movie patterns, like talking patterns. We've watched thousands of movies together, so like
Yeah.
we have a cohesion that we understand. Like if we start talking and it's during dialogue, we all like if we have a remote nearby, we pause it and we talk. We have a good time and then we keep watching.
It's
the
very
movie.
responsible of you.
We're all very well. One of our roommates, Tomas, who I mentioned previously, is I love him to death. He has this thing where he just like no matter what's happening, he will have a full on conversation with you about his day.
That's sick.
And so like he'll like we'll be watching the movies like, so you know, I was telling you about that guy. There's this whole movie going on. It's important, like it's Blade Runner. He's just like, so I was hanging out at work today, and let me tell you, the new guys, they suck. And he's just like this whole thing. So we pause it. We'll pause it.
The cyborgs, androids.
What?
Yeah. So
I'm watching the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
so this.
Oh, I understand now.
So this we're
I thought you were
working
gesturing at me.
and
I
we're
was very
hanging out.
Tomas, sorry,
and there's just a lot of going on, and you know we're hanging out. He doesn't know he does. The new guy he's completely insane.
The spaceship takes
And
off.
wait, who was on that spaceship? Come on.
Spaceship blows up.
Oh, you don't
What
need
the
to worry
fuck
about
happened?
that.
What's
You don't
that?
need to worry about that. And I'm sitting there,
Credits
and
roll.
he's hammering away. He's hammering away. So Tomas,
Yeah.
we pause with him, and he gets it, and then he'll finish the story, and then we'll keep watching the thing.
Yeah.
He gets it, like he's not offended by it at all. Because I want to hear what he has to say because he's fucking hilarious.
I don't.
And I actually want to start a podcast with Tomas,
Okay.
and he just rambles because he's a good rambler.
That's fun.
And you put on
But
a movie
he's
in the
fine.
background.
He's fine. He wasn't even there today. I'm just like explaining like we have a rhythm.
Right.
One of my roommates' drug dealers is there, and then I've never met him before in my life. So
He's just chilling.
he's just chilling with us.
All right.
The issue is he talks about everything that's going on screen.
Nope.
And then laughs about it.
Nothing is worse than that.
He'll like a woman is going towards the door, and he says, "That woman's going towards the door."
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Oh, I wonder if she's gonna die. Woman dies.
Now this is a movie watching experience.
I like this guy. You're winning me on it.
One of the interesting things is like the movie we're watching is X. Are y'all familiar with X?
No.
It just came out, I think last year.
Oh
this
yeah,
year,
that horror movie.
Yeah,
is it like Kid Cudi?
Yeah, Kid Cudi's in it. It's by A24.
That sounds dope. I don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
actually
It
a really
sounds
good.
cool.
It's a good movie, but it's also a intentionally
Kid
like
Cudi.
a grindhouse type film.
Okay.
It's a nice like grindhouse like return to the classic Texas Chainsaw Massacre type movie, like people in this like obscure part of town in Texas, I think even.
That's sick.
Yep, rural Texas.
And they're trying to they're shooting a porno.
1979.
So they're trying to shoot this porno out there, and it's about like them on this farm, and then horror happens.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like intentionally kind of like a B movie, so you can comment on it as it's happening.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a good movie, and we're trying to
It's
balance
also a
it.
first viewing. I think the first viewing is probably the most important factor in all this. Like
That's me.
if you don't know what's going to happen and people are, I've done that before. Like, I don't know. My primary movie watching experience is for like a show.
Yes.
Because
Sure.
I do other movie podcasts.
Right.
Shout out Marathon.
Shout out Marathon. Yeah, we're like talking the entire time during that watching session because we're just trying to come up with jokes and stuff for the show later. But in typical situations, yeah, I think this would definitely be very annoying.
It's like it's the two things. It's like the moronic things he's saying. Like they're not even jokes.
Yeah.
They're not even like particularly funny things. It's just him pointing out exactly what's happening. He's narrated for.
Yeah. There's a new character has entered the movie.
Yeah,
and it's this guy on the couch.
Yeah, it's. I wanted to just be like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to enjoy this movie, but I don't know this guy.
Yeah. So what did you do?
I just took it.
Yeah.
I just took it.
Maybe you should. What else could you have done?
Well, I was like,
what are your regrets in this situation?
All right, so here's my there's the classic improv thing where you support no matter what.
Yeah, but you don't have to do improv all the time.
No, exactly. But like a part of me is like I'm at home, like this guy's making comments, like maybe he's he's insecure about me being in this room. Like he doesn't know who I am, and he's
a drug dealer. He's probably okay with.
Yeah, he's
that.
probably okay. But like I'm trying to empathize here. Like maybe I should have just been going along with it as opposed to I hate this. Maybe I should have just been like making comments, and then we have a blast, and everyone has a blast, and we're like, we'll rewatch this movie another time. Let's make this the clown in time.
That's a decent idea.
Maybe I should have just accepted like this is the situation. I should support this fucking idiot.
This is the exact same thing as I think we talked about it last week. Of your roommate leaves dishes, so you just clean them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about that on here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tend to go for the very passive aggressive.
I would think most people do.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, like I shouldn't have to have that mentality all the time, particularly like it's the end of the day and I'm at home. But at the same
also,
time,
like I just don't think you always have to agree with people.
No, 100%. Like, but
yeah.
like I think with him, it's just like it was harmless. Like what he was
Sure.
doing was
He wasn't trying to be rude or inconsiderate.
as opposed to like trying to make him conform to our like we're watching this movie kind of mentality we have at the place. Has just been more welcoming of his got to comment on every single thing in the movie.
Yeah, that's tricky. That's hard.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Thank you. This has been my moral quandary all week.
It's a legit.
I literally wrote it on the pod. I really like. I have a thing now on my phone, like things to get angry about on the pod. I forget what my.
Let me see what I got on here. Oh, do you guys think?
I'm gonna get water real quick.
Oh, you're gonna get water? Okay.
Oh, I got a big jug right there if you need some. I think my dick pills are in the mail. I got confirmation from Abby, so next week
great.
I'll have them.
Fantastic.
And I will be boning. I was also reading about the side effects of stuff like that. What happens if you have an erection? Why they say you shouldn't have one for longer than 4 hours.
What is it, like 4 hours? Yeah, it's 4 hours.
Basically, like gives you ED.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm gonna have to jerk off in the middle of our podcast next week.
Oh no!
Jake's gonna leave. We're gonna think it's a character, but it'll just be in the bathroom for 10 minutes.
You think it's gonna take me 10 minutes?
I don't know. I don't know how these drugs work.
9 minutes 45 seconds of recovery.
What's the fastest turnaround for a nut you guys ever had?
There was one. I think less than a couple of seconds. Like I was just like,
Xander,
That's the same one.
Yeah,
that doesn't count. That's the
not-
same. That's the same one.
I'm so confused. Like I believe you. I believe that you think that that's true.
I
but
think I'm confused by the question. Repeat the question.
what is the fastest like nut recovery period?
What's your
another nut?
What's your shortest refractory period?
I was thinking like nut and then immediate like back at it. Not necessarily nut back at it, then nut.
No. Nut to nut. What's your quickest
Nut to nut. Probably a couple of minutes. Like I'm not joking.
That's pretty impressive.
Are we talking just sex or masturbation?
You nut to nut.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like masturbation, like a couple of minutes.
You nutted, and then you were like, "This video is pretty good.
I
I'm
think
not
that's
done
more
yet."
Of, that's more of a willpower win than a body win.
Absolutely.
You gotta psych yourself back up afterwards.
Really?
I do. I mean,
I guess I don't. Like I'm usually like.
I also like do not have a crazy sex drive.
Oh, okay.
I am not horny.
Yeah, I can think of maybe 3 or 4 instances in my life where I've ever like had sex and I nutted and then I kept going. And like I felt like a king all 3 or 4 of those times, but like I
Good
could
for
not
you, bro.
I could not just do that anytime.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
Xander's
Am I a
special.
freak?
No,
Am I a freak?
you're a professional sex guy.
Oh yeah.
Like whatever division of pill you had to get last time.
There was a brief period where I like beginning of Lexapro, where my sex drive was like the lowest it had been
Oh, I've heard
for
that
a really
happens,
long
yeah.
time. But then my body adapted to it, and I think it's like reversed that energy.
I saw your Twitter post from a while back.
Which one?
I'm in my horn dog era.
You went from Lexapro to Sexapro.
Yeah, high
Whoa.
five. We high five there. Oh my god, I feel like I'm really like revealing a lot about myself today in this
It's all right.
episode.
I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
Do you think should I just start doing steroids? I thought about this. There's no actual negative consequences for me to do this, I don't think.
What
I
about your
don't know
professional athletic career?
I don't have one of those, you know? Like that. Why am I not doing steroids right now? I could be fucking ripped right now.
You could be.
I could be.
Shrink your pee-pee.
It's doing all right. I could lose a little bit and be all right.
Why not, man? I mean, like, I don't know enough to dispute you on this. I'm just gonna
Listen.
Hey, disclaimer here, listeners at home, do your research.
What are the negative side effects of steroids?
Why shouldn't I do steroids?
I don't want my head to swell. I don't want to look like Barry Bonds. But other than that,
I think your head could use a little swelling.
thanks, man.
Why not just you could just take a little bit.
I just want
as a treat.
like, I just want huge traps, basically. I want my shoulders to be huge.
So, just the very first website it pulled up, it's stronger, 3 R's at the end of that
Oh
word.
no, this seems reputable.
Yeah. 6 major reasons you should stay away from steroids. And here we go.
All right.
Aggression.
Yeah, you're not aggressive enough. So that's
steroids.
I
good.
could use it. Yeah.
Steroids can cause impotence, hormonal changes.
I'm already going for the vasectomy. I'm not worried about the impotence.
I'm about to scare you off for sure.
Okay.
Baldness.
Ooh, that's a beautiful head of hair you got there, Colt.
Yep.
Oh, my dad's bald. I don't really want to follow in those footsteps, I don't think. Okay.
Liver problems.
You scared me.
Risk of sudden cardiac arrest death.
Yeah, that's pretty. That would be my that should be number 1. It's just you're gonna die early.
That's look how it's phrased. Risk of cardiac arrest death. Like that's
Put that at the
cardiac arrest.
You're gonna risk of just fucking dropping dead. Should just be the number 1 choice, and everything else is superfluous.
I just don't have time to work out. I need to get buff without working out.
Well, that's not what steroids do. If you take steroids and you don't work out, you're just angry. You're just sitting there.
That could also be fun. That could also be cool.
I think there's a stand-up who like has that as a routine bit that does that thing.
They do steroids?
Like I tried steroids, but I didn't
Really?
work out. That might be like a Mitch Hedberg joke or something.
Speaking of
great specials.
Is
that where you were going?
Yeah, I was gonna. This
Hell
seemed
yeah.
like a natural transition.
Listen to Come Town.
Yeah, apparently listen to Come Town. Why are you doing listening to us? Go listen to Come Town.
I wonder, like,
It's free.
if you're listening to this show, do you know what Cumtown is? Probably.
Yeah, I would assume if this is your lane, you're staying in it.
You didn't find us first, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, where I haven't ever really listened to Come Town. A lot of my best friends in life generally have been very pro Come Town. Shout out to my buddy Steven, who passed away a couple of years ago.
Shout out, Steven.
Big Come Town fan. Like he would be texting me Come Town bits all the time, just like word for word it. Like not necessarily like the clip. He would just word for word it. So I never had a voice attached to Come Town. I just never listened to it. And then finally, at Colt's insistence, very kind insistence. Like he wasn't like
gentle pressure
of, hey, you would like this comedian, you should listen to him. A special came out, Stavros Halkias.
Yeah.
Stavros Halkias.
I think it's Halkias.
Halkias. A special come out recently, and it's very, very funny.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Very cool.
And it's free. And then I just started going down the Stavros rabbit hole every night, just watching his crowd work.
It's so good.
His crowd work is insane.
Yeah, like it's so good. It's like the only good crowd work I can think of.
For real.
Frankly, his special was kind of disappointing to me. Like it was still pretty good, but like I was so familiar with. I've never listened to Come Town. I just watched the YouTube clips of the crowd work, and like it's all like 2 to 5 minutes of nonstop laughter. And this was a little bit more of a slow burn than I'm used to, or than I was expecting.
Sure.
I was expecting just straight crowd work the whole time. This is the first time I've seen him do jokes and everything. I was like, yeah, it's pretty good, but
I
it's
love
not like
that special. That's one of my favorite specials.
I loved it.
I loved the Greek grandma stuff.
Hell yeah.
It might be like a special specifically kind of built to get people like me who are like not necessarily familiar with Stavros, right? Who doesn't know?
Sure.
Like, yeah,
it is his first official special.
So like, hey, I can do jokes, and it leads into his crowd work, which is the latter half of the show. And it's just like, hey, I'm doing some jokes. I know how to tell a joke. I know the process, blah, blah, blah. Because like the jokes and premises felt very standard for the most part. But in a more relatable way. Like it didn't feel kind of tired and tired.
He's not doing like personal stories. I think that's kind of a weird shift that's happened in recent times in stand-up comedy. Is a lot of it is like personal anecdotes. I like a lot of that stuff. Like I like Tom Segura. That is his style though, is he's telling personal stories.
Mike Birbiglia.
Yeah.
So the last couple of weeks, I've asked you guys who your arch nemesis was.
Yeah.
This is a good time to tell you who mine is. I need to Google his name because I don't remember it.
Jeff's Googling. He's Googling the name of his enemy.
All right, what's this fucker's name? God damn it. What is his name?
Googling. He's Googling.
Charles Fleischer. Charles Fleischer is the voice of Roger Rabbit in the famous film Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The first time I went to Vegas, I went to the Laugh Factory in whatever casino it's in, and I saw a show where it was 3 acts. First one was okay. Second one was like one of the funniest bits I've ever seen in my entire life.
Stand up?
Yeah, stand up. Ever. I'll go ahead and explain his bit because it's great.
Do you know who it was?
I don't remember his name at all.
Okay.
He came out. The first guy comes out. He's the host. He does his set, and he's like, "We got a couple of great acts for you afterward." Oh, but we actually have this guy here. He's a Laugh Factory regular. He's just gonna pop up on stage for 5 minutes. We're gonna give him some time. This dude comes out, and he's got no right arm. Like he just left arm, and then he's trying to adjust to the mic, and he's like, "Can I get a hand with this?" And then it's just a few minutes of him doing like one-armed based jokes, and the crowd's like loving it. They're eating it up. It's like sympathy kind of laugh stuff. And then after he's done, he's like, "All right, thanks y'all," and he leaves. The host comes back on and is like, "All right, let's get back onto our show." And then the same guy comes back out. But now he only has his left arm, except his other one, and he does the exact same thing. So funny.
That's a great bit.
Oh my God, that killed me. So one of the best bits I have ever seen.
That's a good bit.
And then Charles Fleischer comes on stage.
And
And he's the headliner. And this dude clearly coked out. All he does is crowd work, and it is the laziest, worst crowd work I've ever seen. It is like,
Can you give me an example?
Hey, you there.
I'll be in the
Hey,
best,
you
yeah.
there. Hey, what you do for a living? What do you do for a job, huh?
I'm a janitor at a high school.
Oh, you're a janitor, huh? Ooh, I bet you like to clean things. You're sweeping and mopping the motherfucker.
Yeah.
That is not exaggeration at all. That is literally exactly what he did to everyone he pointed at. You're a bandana wearing, t-shirt having, sweeping, cleaning motherfucker. Every single tag. It's like he was trying to do slam poetry, and his catchphrase is motherfucker. I hate him.
That's an 80s shit.
I paid money to see him, and I want to assassinate him.
Oh,
I would have rather seen Kramer yell racial slurs on that stage.
I would have paid 3 times the money that I did to see Kramer yell racial. But look, I don't support him saying it. I would have loved to be there for that moment in history.
Just imagine it like a time travel salesman who's going around. It's
You
like
could see any show in history.
Kramer, I want to see Kramer.
all right, that'll be $30,000 to time travel back and see Kramer do racial slurs. Oh no!
Have you seen?
Shoot, yeah.
Oh man, that video and then the corresponding apology on the late night show with
It's
Jerry
not
Seinfeld
funny.
is the funniest shit that's ever happened on TV.
It's the Jerry like pleading with the audience
It's not funny.
to take it this seriously.
Stop laughing. It's not funny.
What a philosopher for our times.
I fucking hate Jerry Seinfeld with my full being.
What's that? We're on stand up, right? There was a great little like 3-minute set that I saw of a dude pretending to be Jerry Seinfeld. And it's just jokes about Jerry Seinfeld dating like a 17-year-old.
I have a sketch that's Jerry Seinfeld dating a bee, like a bumblebee.
That's pretty good. I watched the roast of Jerry Stiller.
Okay.
And it was hosted by Jason Alexander, and this was like in the 2000s or something, I think. And he says Jerry Seinfeld couldn't be here. He's probably too busy dating a teenager or something like that. And I was like, damn, like that's to say that back then, like right on the heels of Seinfeld. That's crazy.
Well, you could date a teenager back then.
That's true.
One of those known like things people just do. Society like that sucks.
So Xander, you're an old man.
I am.
What was your favorite part of about the 90s?
Yeah.
What's something that you remember from the 90s that you think me and Colt probably don't?
Ooh, this is fun.
Oh man, that's pretty good. I don't know, man. Scooters were pretty big, but I feel like scooters were big for y'all too.
Oh, I've talked
Razor scooters were big.
for sure.
Yeah.
I've talked about this with Abby. Abby is my roommate. She's about 6 years older than me. But she and I have a lot of overlap with the stuff that we liked because she got all the stuff. She grew up, relatively wealthy. She got all the stuff when it was brand new. I got the stuff about 5 or 6 years later when it was a hand-me-down from a garage sale. So we both watched a lot of the same stuff, consumed a lot of the same stuff.
Wow.
Poverty, baby.
Puts you in a fun spot.
That's interesting. I'm not sure. I feel like our existences kind of bled together pretty well.
Did you guys watch Passion of the Christ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Ooh.
I never saw it, but I remember the mass hysteria whenever that movie came out. My parents both saw it, and they were vividly affected by it.
They were free. What do you mean?
Well, my mom, a very religious Christian. My dad, no.
Sure.
But they both went and saw it, and I remember, I think my mom was still crying whenever she came home from watching it. I was old enough to be like, I'm a Christian. I want to go see the movie, and they were like, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think that was probably the first R-rated movie I ever watched.
I think
what was my first.
I think it was either for me, Deep Blue Sea,
That's a
or
good deepest.
or The
Deepest
Matrix. I'm sure I saw The Matrix earlier.
Is Matrix R?
I think one of it. No,
All of them are.
All of them are
All of them are rated R.
Oh,
Yes,
I didn't know that. I mean, I guess there is
but
some pretty violent stuff in Matrix.
They should have thrown more boobs in there.
yeah, they should have. So my Passion of the Christ story, because I did see that in theaters
Yeah.
with my church.
Uh-oh.
Our church bought tickets, and there was a whole mass we have to go see this. This is the most eventful, this is the most impactful movie.
The movie would be more impactful if fucking Mel Gibson didn't make it.
It's the most important movie of all time.
Yeah.
It is the greatest film ever made.
It's the greatest story ever told.
Greatest story ever told. Bring your kids. So here I am, a young child, going to see Passion of the Christ, but the theater was too full. They overbooked the theater.
Oh, no.
So I'm sitting on the stairs next to my mom in the chair.
Uh-huh.
And among other people are also just on the stairs. So it's a total fire hazard.
It sounds bad.
It was really this was a very poor idea. So I'm just sitting on the stairs watching a man, as a child, watching a man get brutally tortured for 2 hours.
It's a pretty intense movie.
Making your child see that. And it's oh no, I shouldn't see boobies,
Jesus did that for you.
but I should see this ultra violent fucking man get completely destroyed. Like, what the fuck?
He saved you from your sin, bro.
And I'm like, of course I'm crying. I am being like, I am a child and being exposed to such violence. Yeah, I'm crying.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Had you been on Rotten.com previous?
No.
Yeah.
I was like, I would say like
then it is probably the most intense thing you've ever seen.
No, that was by far the most intense thing. Like, no Goodfellas was that bad. Like, all Goodfellas had was like cussing. Like, The Matrix isn't even as violent as The Passion of the Christ, and making me see that.
And it's like stylized violence. Like,
Right.
Passion of the Christ is not stylized violence. It's just like brutal.
Yeah.
Did it make you love Christ more?
No,
Yeah.
probably, if anything, drove me further and further away and more into like, let's not do that. I watched a really, like, I watched a movie last night
Okay.
that was really, because it's on the gore subject. Like,
I don't like gore.
I think if it's stylized gore, like, I'm fine with it. It's when it's like really
Yeah.
too
Like Evil Dead, I like.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Evil
Yeah.
Dead.
Or
Have
like
you ever
Kill
seen
Bill or something?
Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Have you seen Peter Jackson's like he had a like really B tier like horror movies in New
I don't
Zealand?
think so.
Yeah, that was like his pre.
We watched it once together at your apartment actually, but like that violence is like it's so over the top and like icky and cartoonish that it ends up being really funny. But I watched this movie called The Sadness. It's this Taiwanese horror film about like
Asian horror is so scary.
yeah, I love that's the thing. I genuinely love Asian horror. This is like the most hyper violent, hyper horror like film I had seen in a long time.
Jeez.
To the point within like 30 minutes I turned it off because I was like, this was like, and it's like it was 15 minutes of build up and then another 15 minutes of just ultra violence. And I paused it and I saw there was another hour left. I was like, no, I can't do this. I cannot do this. And it was like
Dead Alive. Was
Dead
that it?
Alive.
Yeah.
That movie's so good. But the saddening, he was like, so the premise is there's a virus going around and it makes people want to kill people. Pretty basic. But the addition is like it makes people want to like kill people in depraved ways.
Oh.
So there's like a torture aspect to the movie. Of like it isn't just
torture's the thing that stands
it's the
out to me,
torture and like and some of the kills were like, oh fuck, that's gross, like this is cool, kind of gross, like, but then it kind of started like really like leaning into the depraved part of it, and there was just like some elements and I was just like, no, I'm not gonna, this is a little this like I'm too like I just wanted to have a nice evening.
I just always question like the intentions behind a movie like that. It's like, why are you making this?
Yeah, that's where I was kind of at that point.
Like if it's crazy violence, like I don't know, like Evil Dead is the thing that stands out to me is like crazy violent, but it's for like slapstick comedy. If it's like for, it just doesn't play the same.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm not capable of enjoying it, and like whenever like I don't understand what somebody gets out of watching something like that. That could be a good thing for that person's psyche. You know?
I've also like just worked in film for long enough that I know how a lot of this stuff is done. So like if it's special effects that I know how it's done, like it is not scary. Like if it's a fountain of blood, I'm like, oh, I kind of know how they do that. That's not scary to me. But when it's like a weird psychological, like someone's like in pain for hours and hours.
That's why I don't like Saw. That's why I watch those. Yes.
Hostel.
Growing up, I was not allowed to watch any scary movie at all until I was like well into my teens. Like by the time once I had a car, I was just free to do whatever I want. But up until then, and I am very grateful for my parents for doing that in retrospect, because their entire idea with it was like, you don't want to have nightmares, and I don't.
I just saw shit on the internet. That's where I got my filth.
I mostly watch porn on the internet, and I do have sex dreams.
I'm saying just like I saw like all the old classic like terrible videos on the internet.
Oh, like Faces of Death.
Faces of Death.
Ooh.
101 Ways to Die.
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
2 Girls, 1 Cup. Mr. Hands.
I've not seen any
like,
of
all
these
that shit.
things.
I always avoided
Goatsy.
that as a kid. Like even maybe it's just because like I was a little older.
Yeah.
But like by the time like that stuff was getting prevalent, I was just like, I don't want to see.
I hit it perfect. I mean, perfect is a weird thing.
Perfect,
to say,
like
but
if anything was going to be a bullseye in the direction of getting fucked up by the internet, it was this.
yeah, got assassinated by terrible videos on the internet.
Yeah, I didn't watch any like videos of people dying or anything until I was an adult, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago.
I didn't like it,
Yeah.
but it was just, I don't know. You'd go to a friend's basement and hang out, and they'd be watching anime on one screen and then rotten.com on another screen.
Whoa, Mr. Fancy is friends with 2 screens. Wow. I mean, they got
Yeah, for sure.
they got an in-ground pool as well.
They had a
huh?
TV and a computer. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh, wow. Enough energy to run 2 devices at once.
That was actually that was kind of a weird friend group that I don't talk about very much. I don't like even tell my parents I was hanging out with those people, but yeah, it was
That's how I will look back on this friend group.
this one.
Well, just the one in my life right now.
No, that was the first group of people I ever like made videos with. That was really fun.
Any of those videos still up?
Not that you're gonna find.
Find it, find it, find it.
This
I
should
think
be easy.
if someone's super dedicated, maybe they could find it. I kind of like the idea of having a little pieces of hidden content on the internet that
Right.
like people can find later in my career.
Found it.
No, you didn't.
I know. I was lying.
Yeah, it was a couple of sketch shows.
Cole, do you have an LLC named after yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Corporate sellout.
I mean, I've literally my own, like, just have my own business. That's what it is.
Yeah, and you're paying taxes to the government for it.
Not anymore. I used to do like music videos and stuff with bigger crews, so I had
Yeah.
to have insurance and stuff. So I had a production company. There's some that are kind of big. I did a video with K-Flay. I don't know if you're familiar with K-Flay.
I am not.
I'm also not.
She's a punk artist. Video did well. I think it's got almost 1 million now.
Whoa, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, what does it mean to ratio someone on Twitter?
Well, let me inform you. Or go ahead, Xander.
No,
Guys,
no, no.
I genuinely
Colt's
don't know.
Corner. Colt's got a lesson for you.
Jake, let's role play this.
Okay.
I want you to go to your Twitter.
Sure.
And go to your drafts.
Okay.
And just read out the first thing.
Ooh, I'm going to read out the second one because I know that the first one is very not good. Right now.
I love the idea that Jakeb has drafts because the things that do make it.
The filter is very thin.
Fuck you guys. Here we go.
Yeah.
You guys know the famous Nas song, A New York State of Mind? It's got the famous line, I never sleep because sleep is the cousin of death.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is one. I never smoke because weed is the cousin of meth.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't work on over text, though. That's why it's in there.
Yeah. I mean, it's
could do,
funny,
like-
but you're right. It doesn't work over text. So
The ratio, one of the ratios I feel like would be if someone quote tweeted you and did Lil Nas : and then that tweet. And then that would be a little.
that's like a thieving ratio.
Yeah, that's a thieving
That's
ratio.
a thieving ratio.
So that's when someone gets more likes than the initial poster.
I'm not as familiar with this form of ratio. The classic.
Okay.
The classic ratio is you post that and I reply L. And then I get more likes on the L than you get on your original post.
Okay, that's funny. You want to hear? I have 2 other drafts. I'll read the other
Okay.
one
Yeah.
I'm comfortable reading.
Xander and I'll come up with responses that are going to ratio you.
I'm sick of all the gatekeeping in Chicago. If I want to put ketchup on my pizza, I should be able to without people giving me weird looks.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That hasn't made it past drafts.
Yeah, that's a good one. You should tweet that.
All right, I'll tweet it right now.
How do we respond?
Oh no, we're gonna actually date when we recorded this episode
hold on.
by when that tweet went out.
I'm gonna find it on Twitter so I can.
For the audience, it was 10 seconds ago.
Well, I feel like we're tentating our audience right now. We're doing a temporal pincer movement towards their
Yeah.
minds.
The building just exploded and it will explode again.
God, I love that movie
It's
so
so
much.
good.
It's so good.
I haven't seen it.
It's
we need to
fucking
watch
dumb.
it
Yeah.
sometime soon. Let's watch it here.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
That'd be so sick.
I wish I could have watched it in that 4D thing that you were
Oh
talking
my
about.
God.
That would've been fucking sick.
The
It
shaky
would've-
chair.
If they ever do like a re-showing, which I think they should, Tenet in the theaters is like a required viewing.
That would be lit.
I saw it twice. It was a beauty.
I'm sick of all the cakey. What do we do? What do we respond?
What are you
I-
doing?
I-
What are you doing right now?
I'm trying to ratio Jake.
Did you ratio
You
him?
chose the wrong tweet
I
because
don't.
that's the one that blows up.
It's a good tweet.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
hard to ratio it.
Hey, what do you mean? I have like low standards for my tweets. I got some good stuff. Look, if I was on Twitter 10 years ago, I would be famous.
Honestly, like no, I really like your tweets.
Not a bad
They're
point.
some of the more funny tweets I've seen in a while.
I like your tweets. Xander sometimes
better
likes
than
my
mine.
tweets, but he thinks they're viral tweets and doesn't like them and just lets them go. My love language is acts of cervix.
Thank you very much.
I don't have a good ratio, but that is
No.
what a ratio is.
Okay, thank you. I do.
Of
I
course.
know now.
Yeah. Do you have any other Twitter factoids that you're looking for? Any
Yeah.
other?
I liked your
Twitter
drafts,
experience.
man. Your drafts are pretty
Your
good.
drafts are good.
I don't know if I have any drafts. I feel like I always delete my
My
tweets.
drafts fucking suck because most of the time my drafts are, oh, I don't know how to spell these words, and it doesn't make sense.
You don't have autocorrect? You guys use swipe keyboard?
I'm so fucking
I
bad
use
that
Swipe.
like I spell stuff so terribly that autocorrect doesn't even save me most of the time.
You ever do just like dictate?
No, I would never do that. I'm not an elderly man.
the only draft I have right now is my coworkers use Cali wrong.
Use what wrong?
Cali.
Calendar? Is that a site or a
Yeah,
program?
Oh, it's that app that like schedules
Yeah,
appointments. And stuff.
they're just using it wrong, and I was trying to show them how to use it correctly, and they refused to take the advice, and so I wanted to tweet that, and then I was like, I don't want to promote a company, and yet here I am. Colt, if
Yeah.
you could just bleep me mentioning the name of
Yeah.
Cali.
Fuck you, Calendy.
Yeah, fuck that place. So really, I'm the one with the low filter.
Yeah, my filter is like, can I spell this?
My filter is an hour later if I still feel good about it.
Oh wow,
So-
you got that much self control. That's impressive.
Yeah, absolutely not at all for me. Like I think things and then think I should tweet that, and then I do it instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I just like there's something I feel like Saker's like I don't want every thought of mine to be on the internet
Oh,
sometimes.
I also am committed to never deleting a single tweet of mine.
I'm not.
I appreciate that. I've deleted a lot of tweets. I'm a
Yeah.
deleter.
I'm not
I
a
respect that, but
I stand behind what I say, even if I change my mind later.
I didn't delete the one that I said I would delete.
which one? The I'm in my horn dog.
Yeah,
era?
me and my therapist have deemed this season horn dog season.
That's just good content.
The only one I'm like nervous about at all right now is one of my very first tweets. That's like, hey, I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but black people have a different skin color than white people.
It's a good tweet. I mean,
It's true.
I don't think you should be worried.
Google it.
But also, just like I don't think there's any shame in deleting stuff. Like I don't think Twitter was ever meant to be like a permanent site.
Sure.
You guys use 4chan?
No. Do you use 4chan?
I just downloaded it.
You downloaded it. What do you mean? It's a website.
Well, yeah, but I got an app for it on my
Oh,
phone.
okay.
I've started. I'm committed to start trying to use it.
I wonder how many lists you're on just by downloading that app.
I don't know.
Several, probably.
I'm already on a few
What's
lists.
on 4chan? What's on there?
Yeah, how do you see?
The origin of every meme ever comes from 4chan.
I mean,
like it is the source. Like, you know, you can follow it.
I don't think
4chan
that's true.
4chan to Reddit.
I don't think that's true anymore.
Reddit goes to like
Yeah, I would,
TikTok is the new platform.
I would say like 10 years ago.
Okay, yeah, well that's like video memes still. Like it's not like actual true just like picture meme templates and everything.
I think that format's kind of dead. I think text format meme is dying.
I still use.
He is old.
Okay.
But
There's a lot of old people. A lot of old internet people now. You
All
know, I don't think that's going away ever. Even if video gets more popular, even if that's what the kids start using, memes are funny. Text memes, they're great. I love a good photo meme.
Yeah, I would say that memes have changed a lot. I mean, do you remember when it was like Bad Luck Brian and shit?
at the gym, you should wear shoes, right?
I've literally never been to a gym.
Okay, so
presumably.
I'll take
yes.
the take here. Yes, you should wear shoes at the
Okay.
gym.
I'm cycling in the gym,
Yeah.
and a guy gets on the cycle next to me without any shoes on, just his feet.
Ugh,
That's his anger, right? I should be angry about that.
that's really fucking gross.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was like, luckily my workout was over by that point, so I was like, what the fuck is this?
is it gross for you though, or just gross for him? Because like,
Well, gross.
you're
yeah.
gonna be wearing shoes the entire time, so like,
I'm-
you stepping on the same place his bare foot was is probably not that big of a deal for you.
That's not what I'm worried about. It's
But-
just like the idea of it is kind of like
It is
that's gross.
nasty.
And well, Cole,
Visually.
you've never been to the gym. It's customary at the end to lick all of your equipment, lick all of the
Oh.
pedals and everything. So it's really fucked up when someone
Yeah,
just
sorry,
does
I'm
that.
just not in the culture.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I went
That's
to
okay.
I went to an Anytime Fitness one time and got the hunk alarm called on me.
What?
The hunk alarm?
Is that what they call it?
Are you talking about Planet
I'm talking
Fitness?
about Planet
Okay,
Fitness.
so
Talking Planet Fitness like a noise alarm where if you make too much noise,
they
they're
like pull a siren or
and
something.
we're more annoying by doing this alarm. So
You
everyone's-
have to leave. You're too strong.
Colt, you've never been to the gym. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to walk me through what you imagine going to the gym is like.
Okay. So, can you paint a scene for me a
Sure.
little bit? Yeah.
It's a Gold's Gym.
yeah.
It's in a used to be a mall.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, actually, sorry. No, I'll take an example from my hometown. It used to be a movie theater.
Used to be a movie
and then
theater.
it closed down,
Okay.
and then it was purchased by, I think, Gold's Gym, and then somehow they renovated the entire space to be a giant fucking gym.
Okay. So I'm just gonna walk in the front door.
Hi, welcome to Gold's Gym. Just go ahead and scan your thing.
Hey, I'm actually new. I was wondering if I could sign up for a membership.
Yeah, absolutely. What kind of membership are you looking for? We have Gold's Gold tier, which is you get access to this gym and then any other gym in the county region.
Okay.
Or we have Platinum Golds, which you can get access to any in the Tri-County area and
Okay.
24/7 access to our app. And then there's Quadruple Platinum tier, which is the whole state.
Whoa.
And then we can start going into the tri-state ones, then we can start going into the regions, and then possibly the entire country. It goes up from there. Which membership are you looking for? They
That's-
range from $24.99 to $2,000.
This is a lot of info. I guess just the standard, like I don't remember what you call it, Gold's Gold or
Yeah,
whatever.
Gold's Gold.
Yeah, just the standard. I don't think I'll be going to any other locations. Probably just this one. What kind of amenities?
Do you ever
get?
plan on just like living a full, fulfilling life?
I mean, this is. Excuse me.
Do you ever plan on living a fulfilling life?
I mean, yeah. I
Then you probably want the one that's the entire United States.
Well, oh, I mean, do
you plan on living a fulfilling life?
I mean, I guess.
Then yeah, you should get the entire United States one.
All right, I guess I'll get that. I mean, how much more is it?
That's $2,000.
Well, I mean, I do want to be happy,
Yeah,
so I guess I'll do that.
this is how you do it.
Yeah, I guess I'll sign up. What kind of amenities you got here? Any tell me about the space.
Oh, sure. So we have the cardio machines. These are the ones that you run, you jump, and you walk upstairs.
Do you know anything about this equipment?
Yeah, that's the running machine, the jumping machine, and the stair machine.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What are you confronting
just-
me
I
about?
just-
This is my job,
Yeah,
sir.
Sorry. I'm not trying to be.
Okay,
I'm trying to be an
Jesus
asshole.
fucking
I
Christ.
just literally gave you $2,000. I'm trying.
You
to
didn't give me personally $2,000. You
not-
gave the company I work for $2,000.
You don't get a commission off of that.
I get a little bit of a commission, but that doesn't mean you
Okay.
get to talk to me like this.
I don't know how I'm. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, we're moving in. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was really rude.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we're moving down to the
Yeah.
weight machines.
Oh yeah, got to pump the iron.
This is Arnold.
Oh yeah.
Is he here a lot?
Oh, yeah, he's pretty much here all day.
I want to pump it up.
He pays $24 to be here every day.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
never leaves.
Arnold, what kind of package are you on? Are you on the platinum one or
He's on the Gold's Gold.
I'm on regular gold, yeah.
Yeah.
what? This guy's buff as hell. And he looks happy. I just
Yeah.
don't want to be like this guy. What's going on?
It's up to you how you define your fulfilling life. You didn't necessarily.
I just spent $2,000. I just spent $2,000, Xander.
Yeah, I mean, that was your definition of a fulfilling life.
Oh my god. Okay.
I've got to get out of here, yeah. I've got to spare $2,000. I want to go spend somewhere to fulfill my life, yeah.
God.
Great job, Arnold. I appreciate you, dude.
Well, can you at least show me the locker room? Like, is
Yeah. So we have about 3 lockers over here, and they're shared
it
amongst.
total?
Yeah, they're shared. That one,
What's
the
going on
middle
there?
one, the middle one's locked right now.
Hey, is there someone in there?
There might be somebody in there. I'm not sure though. If there is, that's their own volition.
So there's 2 lockers.
Yeah, there's 2 lockers open, but keep in mind that's the guy's locker and that's the girl's locker, the woman's locker. And you know what? We're trying to
Yeah.
we're not trying to even use those roles anymore. So they're just lockers for everybody.
That's cool with me. I get it.
So
I mean, you have like 4 machines here.
yeah.
I just don't really see how I'm going to get buff, when all the machines are being used and
Well, you can always go to another Gold. That's why you have that membership.
oh, right. Yeah.
So if you go to enough Golds, you're bound to get the workout you need. So if you have to do cardio at one
Uh-huh.
and then run over to another one and do some dumbbell exercises and then run over to a different one and do some leg exercises, you can get your workout into the day and probably a couple of audiobooks down pretty quickly.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I think
pardon me, gents.
Excuse me, sorry.
Hello. It's me, Gold. Are you a new customer here?
I would say potential. I don't know.
Well,
Mr. Gold, this is Colt Joyce. He's
Colt
signing up
Joyce. We saw the invoice for the $2,000 that already
you
came
already
in.
processed that?
Oh, absolutely. We're very quick.
How did you already oh my God. Okay.
Colt,
Mr. Gold, yeah.
Well, welcome to the gym.
Cool
Here's
place
your
to get.
customary steroids on us.
Oh, well.
It's on us.
Hey, this is looking up, honestly.
This is looking pretty good.
Hey, does the guy in the locker inject you, or is that how that works? Or
Yes.
okay, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a successful deal.
And scene.
I would do that.
Steroids.
Pay $2,000.
Let me remind you, Colt. It makes you go bald.
I don't know. I won't do I won't do a lot of them.
Yeah. Every injection is a hair.
Okay, I've got plenty then.
Yeah.
Look, I
I have plenty of time.
I've seen people give horses steroids. I ain't never seen a horse go bald.
Hey,
That's a tweet.
That's a great point.
That's a tweet.
Oh gosh.
Halo Infinite. I like it so far.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
I'm like, I played like a little bit of the first level, and then my controller ran out of power, and I got distracted. But I liked it. The gunplay feels a lot better than the previous 3 games.
The sandbox is good. I would say the story falls apart very quickly.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
What I like so far about the story is it's leaning hard into the like Master Chief is too cool angle.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, if that's Halo to me, it's just like fun combat and Master Chief is too cool. And the game takes itself a little too seriously, which I like.
Yeah.
I like when Halo does that. I felt like previously they sort of took themselves a little like, and it felt weird. I didn't like the story of the previous 3.
Like Halo 5's story is just kind of bad.
Yeah.
I think. I liked 4 a lot. I was a big fan of Halo 4. I think the big, I'm not going to say don't enjoy your time playing the game.
Sure.
Keep playing until you're not having fun. But it kind of opens up into an open world thing.
I figure
it gets a little bit Ubisoft, in my opinion.
that I'm sure will annoy me.
Yeah.
You're gonna climb towers.
I don't. There are like lookout points that you have to go.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. And I like being on a Halo again. There's something comfy about I know it's them being like, hey, we like trying to win back the fans because the games have kind of gone off the rails. I feel.
I mean, a large portion of it is, and I'm sure you know this, Bungie made the previous ones, and
Right.
now it's a different company.
Well, I mean, I know
323, right? They've been doing it for a while.
343.
Yeah, 343. But like 4 was not Bungie, and
Yeah, four on is 343.
So yeah, those games I didn't like. And this
Okay.
game seems to be them being like, hey, we know how to do the formula.
Yeah, for sure. Have you played any multiplayer at all?
Of the Halo Infinite?
Yeah.
No.
That's fun. The player count is already pretty terrible. I think it's down to like 5K, which is pretty miserable.
That sucks.
But I think it's more of just like a content problem. Like there's just not,
They're
they're not adding new stuff to multiplayer, so nobody's playing anymore.
And I know like Master Chief Collection still probably is used more likely at this point. Because I know a lot of people
Just
are still
because
playing that.
because custom games are better in Master Chief
That makes
Collection.
sense.
There's no Forge in Infinite. Like I used to like love custom maps. Like
Well,
Halo
why don't
4, I
they
was
just?
big.
I mean, I don't know what their strategy is, or if this is how it's done. Why don't they just make the MCC just kind of keep bringing it back, like whatever multiplayer package, like upgrade for more, and you can.
Yeah, so I mean, they're on different game engines.
Oh,
So
that makes sense. Sorry,
yeah.
I'm stupid.
It's okay.
And
According to an article from April, the player count dropped to 6,000. So now that we're in
Oof.
June, yeah.
oof,
That's really fucking.
And it
low.
started
bad.
at 102,000.
Yeah.
that's bad. Oh no. Well, I'm gonna enjoy the game while it lasts, and then end up
Yeah.
probably playing Destiny again.
I'm
guys-
playing Destiny.
Did you guys ever play Brink? Did we talk about this already?
No, but I used to want to borrow it from the library every time I saw it because the cover was so cool.
Your library had books?
Yeah.
Sorry, video games.
Your library.
All right, so finally, me being so tired has an effect.
Yeah.
It finally came out.
Yeah, they had video games.
To be fair, in Texas, it is a surprising thing to find out.
Well,
if
that
your
was
library
Kansas.
has-
Yeah.
I mean, just where you're from, your perspective on life, it makes sense why you would be confused by a library having books.
It's not just magazines and newspapers. Yeah, they had video games.
Cool. That sounds awesome.
It was pretty dope. I mean, they just had like Xbox 360 Viva Pinata, I think was the thing I've rented the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're playing Destiny again, Colt?
Yeah, I'm going hard on Destiny the last couple of days.
I need to I'll pick that back up after.
It's fun. I've always really enjoyed Destiny.
So you guys been playing video games then? I guess I caught your depression.
Yeah.
If you guys are back out of it and playing your games
Nah,
again, explains why I've been so.
I might just be powered through the depression with the video games at this point.
I'm just bored at home. Like I've started freeing up my time, and then I'm like, what do I do with my free time again? And then I was like, oh yeah, I haven't played a video game in a while.
Yeah.
I'll play some.
If we all have extra free time, maybe we should hang out and record other stuff.
Play some video games.
Do worms or
I would love to. Let's do it.
We're gonna talk about this Worms cast in every episode.
until someone actually asks us to do it, and then we will do it.
Yeah, fans.
It's on you, fans.
If you want us to play Worms, or more specifically, if you want us to stop talking about Worms, let us know. We will play it. We will record it.
It'll be great.
Give us $5,000 and you will have your son back.
If you give me $5,000, I'll do steroids on the show.
That's doable.
That's doable.
So $5,000 and the cost of steroids.
And well, no, I'll let them. I don't know how expensive are steroids.
Okay, I can't hurt to Google it.
Let's Google that.
How expensive?
How expensive?
Anabolic. I'm looking for.
Anabolic steroids.
I've been paying more attention to the steroid stuff because for work I work on a track and field podcast, and people keep getting dinged all over the place.
Track and field podcast?
Yeah. It's actually a pretty big show.
The first thing that comes up just says $331. Oh, here we go. Price based on 10 milligrams, 60 tablets, $331.
It's tablets?
I guess. Anabolic steroid.
You can take steroids through tablets now? I thought it was just injections. Even better.
Dude, the future's getting crazy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Did you guys still consume alcohol if you had to inject it?
No.
No, I don't really drink right now anyway.
Yeah. Have a beer a month.
So it'd be less.
Yeah, so I just end up being less.
Yeah, I don't think I'm interested in any drug you have to inject.
Except for steroids.
That's not a drug. I mean,
it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a gateway lifestyle
Yeah, sure.
to being ripped.
Well, cool. That's been Mouse Out of Wedlock.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. We love you.
It's so kind that you continue to listen to us.
We love you,
dear
listener.
We love you. We love you. So you can find us at our various platforms.
Just say yours. Come on.
Okay.
What is your platform?
Sorry. You can find me on Venmo at TheJakeb. Someone please send me some money. And also on Twitter at James Urkel Jones.
You can find me on the corner of Burnett and North Loop.
He'll be out there.
I'll be out there on my platform.
Be slapping himself for money.
Slapping myself for money. Or if you want to see me slap myself on the internet, you can look me up on Twitter, I guess, at ZanFrancisco69.
You can follow me on Twitter at Colt45Joyce or find me on YouTube at ColtJoyce. If you want to follow the show on Twitter, it's at MouseOutWed. There's some cool little behind the scenes stuff, and then we'll probably post some other shows on there eventually.
Did you delete the fake second one you made? Second
Yes.
Twitter?
That's good.
Yeah, no, I did. I deleted it.
Well, hell yeah. Next week, Jake will be hard.
Oh, yeah. Harder than I am right now.